So, the conference here.
Yeah.
How did you experience this week?
Actually, it was a great opportunity for me to meet all these like-minded, who are open, who are really willing to make a change in their societies, to hear their experiences, their conflicts in their societies, and what their government, what their position, what they are doing to make a change in their societies. It's a great experience for me in that sense.
What was the most favorite thing you have experienced?
The most favorite thing is actually, I was a pessimistic actually. I agree with or pessimistic about my country, and when I see the people here really motivated, that they really believe that they can change. Also, we met with several prominent, ex-politicians, and when you hear about their passion, what they achieved in their societies, you suddenly find myself more optimistic about making a real change in my society.
How do you think, when you're going back home now, how can you drive transformation in your country? Drive.
Try, you mean?
Speed up. Speed up, whatever.
In my, I'm lecturer and I'm writing articles and giving comments on the press sometimes. Probably I'm gonna have these tools here, all these motivated people, experience what they are doing. I'm gonna be more optimistic in my probably speeches. When I'm talking with my students who are pessimistic about making change, I'm probably gonna transfer my optimism to them to make the real change, and we're gonna motivate, encourage them to make a real change in that regard.
Would you describe the atmosphere in Istanbul, where you're living, or in Turkey, that people are more pessimistic or more realistic, optimistic about their future?
Actually, it depends on where you are. What's your social studies in Turkey? If you are secular, you feel you have a secular way of life, you feel pessimistic. There's a group of growing people who call themselves as concerned, concerned pessimists. I'm not totally one of them, but when you look, as I mentioned about this, what's happening with this democratization process, on the one hand, there are really important developments on discussion of the main principles of republic and questioning what we should do to create social cohesion in terms of discussing all of these issues. But on the other hand, you see that, there's a pro-Islamist, people are concerned that the regime is pushing Turkey towards a kind of a regime that is similar to Iran or Russia in between. There are really concerns regarding that. And so these people are pessimistic in that regard. And I can feel that now I'm more optimistic about it, because we are the ones actually going to change that. So when I see these motivated people, actually now I believe in myself more.
You believe in yourself more.
Yeah.
And if you would have a wish for this conference or two, what change would you love to see here?
Actually, I would like to see, let's say, people in Germany, writers, politicians, who have minority background. I mean Turkish, Iranian, and have their opinions
of what's going on here in Germany.
Yeah, what's going on in Germany? What are the problems? What can the lessons that we take out of it? What they did properly here for this multiculturalism?
Yeah.
And what are the problems? So that I could have lessons out of that, and at least when I go back home, I can transfer them and think about what could be done in my society regarding that. Because when Merkel said multiculturalism is dead in Germany, it's a headline in Turkey. And
not only in Turkey.
Yeah, of course, but we are the ones who are always looking to Europe, to Germany.
Yeah.
Looking Germany as the model. But when you see that your model has problems with dealing with multiculturalism, and when people from outside criticizing you for your democratization process, then it loses justification to say that, why to create a social cohesion in the society? Why should democratize? And the thing I can suggest, I suggested anyway, okay, this is not an academic conference, but I think we have to have the tools, we have to, talk about what should be democracy. I mean, democracy, this kind of... The terms, they are all constructed terms anyway. They are not brutal facts like rock.
We should get something like a common understanding of what...
We need to have a common understanding, I think. What should be democracy like? Maybe in the first session, maybe academic, I don't know, maybe among ourselves.
Yeah.
We need to discuss what should be stability, what should we understand from stability, what should we understand from transformation, let's say.
That if we use the expression, that we can be sure that we have a common understanding.
Yeah, let's say we saw a movie, in documentary.
Yeah.
It was about democracy. But it was a very limited understanding of democracy and voting. But voting does not mean much to most of the people here, because probably there's a republics, democracy in their countries, and they are voting. But that does make any change, any transformation in their society?
Right.
No. So why? Maybe we need to discuss this also. Also, I think we need to also talk about the structural dynamics of conflict in the societies. What I mean is the globalization, what should we do? Neoliberal globalization we are discussing in my country. What to do with that? And China is growing on the other hand with a totally different method.
Yeah.
Which one to choose? Because China, I'm concerned that China would like to become a model for my country, because some people in Turkey are arguing that, look, China, they don't have democracy, but look at their growth levels. I mean,
you're absolutely right.
In the air, there's authoritarianism in the air at the moment. That's what I feel. I mean, for the transformation of Turkey, of course, the EU there as the candle is very significant for Turkey. So I think what the European leaders should see that, I mean, Sarkozy and Merkel and some others, should see that they are very important for the region's transformation for good. So they should not see it only in narrow terms or to get elections. It's beyond party politics, beyond national politics. It's about a project to transform all the region for good. So I think they should be more like open. This, more open.
What you actually should expect from leaders.
Yeah. They should be more vigilant, because I studied EU politics. Sometimes we are discussing with our students about EU, and I mentioned that EU is a significant project to transfer its experiences, desecuritization experiences, to create an island of stability is a significant model for the most of the regions. But of course, to make this transformation in the neighboring regions possible, you need to have the carrot, the golden carrot. If you have the silver carrot, that does not mean much.
Right.
So you have to show the golden carrot. I don't know, maybe in 20 years of time, Turkey would not like to be a member. But what will Turkey will achieve is importing that,
the mindset,
the system, the values, liberal values, democratic values, and creation of social cohesion. Yeah. That's the most important thing for me for this EU integration process. In order Turkey to continue this EU integration process, I think leaders should be like this, not just short-sighted and look for the next election and what's going to happen.
Yeah.